What is stress? I would say it's a situation that goes out of a hand.
Stress management is so key in anyone's adult life. Like the moment you leave school, you need to highlight stress management.
A lot of people have a lot of things to say about nutrition, about food, but always go back to what your body needs.
Welcome back to the episode on wellness, your body and mind in harmony. So, our second segment is about mindful mastery, actually how you guys work. Now, since we spoke about your journey, we're gonna want to know more about like how you are coping through it. All right. So, having said that, I want to direct my first question to you. Yoga is often associated with spiritual well-being, right? Like we spoke about. So how do you think it can be also associated with being physically well? As we said, it's not about only doing different asanas, right?
Yeah.
There's much more to it. What do you think about it?
Yeah, yoga is a controversial topic. Yeah, like you say. So like I said earlier, when I was going to India for 1.5 months, a lot of people around me had this question, what I'm doing, like whether I'm going to be a monk or even my girlfriend had this question, are we going to get married? So, but in my understanding, yoga, it's helped you to have a deeper connection with yourself and understanding your own nature.
Not only mind, right? Your mind and body both.
Yeah, exactly. And also it creates this chemistry, a joyful chemistry within. That is my understanding about yoga. So how it helps me for my physical wellness, when you talk about yoga, there are different kind of yoga actually. So there is exactly something similar to what we do cardio, because there are different type of yoga, like we say, for our body, for mind, and our energies, like that. There are several type of yogas. So in yoga, when I do yoga, so it actually helped me to be in a reasonable shape for the last 3 years, I would say. And also it has, I was, ever since I started doing yoga, I actually had more interest about nutrition. Not just I was someone who just ate food just for taste, I would say, but
for the sake of having it.
Yeah. Like I was someone who had a lot of junk food, would say, like. But ever since I started doing yoga, I had more interested getting to know how it helps you in terms of energy wise and also for your body. So.
If I may go back to what you said.
Yeah.
Okay. Yoga, as I know, burns only like 100 calories an hour. So like if you want to burn fat, I don't think a lot of fat, I don't think yoga is this thing. But saying that, I went to this Nanda Sirvadana Hathasri Nanda. His classes. Bro, he made us like run in one place. That was like a HIIT workout, like HIIT yoga. Okay. So really, like, are there types of yoga that you can like burn like a proper at least 600 calories like during the session, or is it like the same like 100 calories per hour yoga?
So,
or is Hatha Srinanda just like on a league of his own?
So for doing yoga, is the main reason is just not to burn calories and stuff, but it's more like a side effect of doing yoga.
That's what. Now don't go to yoga for fat burn, okay? It does not burn fat, my guy. It's like, circulation, flexibility, see how calm he is when he talks.
Very calm. Like two opposites.
Like, yes, like this is not the result. That is. Okay.
It is I choose to be calm. So, like I told you earlier, it's a side effect of doing yoga. You don't do yoga to burn
fat
calories, but if I tell you, I have lost 14 kilos. There are like I told you, several type of yoga. So there's one called Angamardhan. You just need 6x6 space for do that. It's like I'm pretty sure I can do that. I'll be glad to, but if I have to
Your
have
outfit,
more
yeah.
comfortable clothing. So 6x6 is like this, like no.
Such a waste. You're able to bust some moves. Okay, sir.
So it is like a total kind of a workout. I mean, also, but yoga is just not about strength, because as we speak, flexibility also is very important for our body, also for our organs too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Flexibility, circulation, and
Yeah.
like just like even if you do a bodybuilding workout or yoga or Zumba, like those happy hormones that's released after the workout, like endorphins, serotonin, like you're really happy and really relaxed. That yoga is like the one for that. Like
Exactly.
you would feel really like calm. I
Yeah,
guess,
that is
after
like
a workout.
one aspect of yoga, I would say. Like I told you, for example, like see, you have all the strength and muscles and everything, but if one of your organs fails, there's no point.
There's no point in it. Yeah.
So yoga is not just about like losing fat or just
Aesthetics.
yeah. There's more to it actually. So it is more about your flexibility also, which is very important for your organs, also to use your body. I would say it should be support with everything that you do.
Mobility.
I mean,
movement.
like Sari also added, like I'm sure Tom added, like even if you grow old, the nutrition and everything you were speaking earlier, I would say your body should support with everything that you do, right?
It also depends. Like for some people, yoga is a form they would really enjoy doing, and for some, they would like going to the gym. And like you said, you were gym rat before.
Exactly, yeah.
And you moved towards yoga because, I mean, everyone...
Maybe we can insert a picture like
and get flame emojis going up.
And some people do both. Like there was a
Yeah.
time like everything was getting stiff, and then I went for a couple of yoga classes just to like be mobile. Like because
Yeah.
when you lift weights and all, you get pretty stiff. Like have you seen those massive bodybuilders? They can't like do this. They can't stretch their back.
They can't brush
they're
their
like, yeah. So like it's a real big plus if you can like have flexibility even if you're a huge bodybuilder, because you can do like proper range of motion. Like how can you do a tricep extension like that if you can't get this over your head, so you need flexibility and circulation, and for all the lactic acid to go past your muscle. It's really cool. Bodybuilders should actually,
do
Yeah,
yoga.
exactly.
yoga once
Yeah,
a
yeah,
week, bro. Like
It's like I'm telling you,
Go hand in hand.
mix it
actually.
up, for
yeah.
cardio, do Zumba, like
whatever you do.
a mix is always interesting. Like I sometimes like do a proper like back day like weight training session. Some days for cardio I just go for a swim. Like really nice, really good workout. Like change it up, like otherwise you get really bored.
Yeah,
You can't do this for the rest of your life if it's like the same thing.
Yeah, you really need to
You
find something
really
you
need to change it
enjoy doing and you love doing, because
Just to break the monotony.
yeah, because
yeah.
otherwise it's not gonna be sustaining. Like you're gonna just stop and then question everything
Play
again.
badminton with your friends,
Yeah, I think
like book a court.
any type of physical movement on like a daily basis,
It's very
whatever, yeah, it's
important.
very important, because that's what that counts. Whatever it is, yoga, weightlifting, whatever it is.
So earlier she said she's inspired, so are you gonna start?
I actually gym.
She
My gym
did.
is just opposite.
Where?
Go to Fitness Fest.
This one, World Trade
yeah,
Center?
yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I'm also actually into like weightlifting, as you said. I'm hopeless at doing cardio because I hate cardio. But yeah, that's my escape from reality, because I really enjoy gymming.
Yeah, cardio is
Yeah.
cardio, but put
Yeah.
you like 20 minutes, at least 50 minutes.
Yeah,
after
that I
workout,
do. That I'm being
15
pushed for.
minutes. And then the extra,
Yeah.
abs and all others, you can't get abs without that 20 minutes.
So with that being said, Sari, coming back to you, how would you think that lifestyle factors like managing stress, managing your sleep, how do they affect? Because I know if I go to the gym in the morning, work during the day, but when I get home by like 8:30, I'm a dead cat. I'm off. What do you think about like?
Really, this question, it carries way more weight than even you understand, like for this generation, right? Because stress management is this high cortisol thing in today's generation. Scientifically, even today I watched a small video on it. Like it's, you know, people just medicate them as anxiety, you know, to see they have parasites in their gut, they have high cortisol, they have fungus in their bacteria and, you know, insides. So there's a lot to do with high cortisol, especially women, even men. When we get stressed, our hormones go out of order. We don't digest our protein and fat properly. Fat doesn't metabolize, protein doesn't metabolize. We retain water. We can't sleep. What happens when we can't sleep? We are crazy, right? When we can't sleep, again we retain water. We eat really badly because last night I couldn't sleep properly. Like, you know, so it's just a series of events that it's just like it snowballs into something worse. Like a little snowball goes into an avalanche.
Just find excuses.
Just because we don't know how to manage our stress. What do we do when we are free? We just scroll. Like, you know, go for a walk, hang out with a friend. Like, or, you know, it's substance abuse or it's, you know, useless things. Like, not like sports or, you know, activities. So people need to really take this working out. Like, that's why you actually do this, right? These wellness podcasts and all. Like, we have an effort, we meet up, we come here, we chat, we talk about it and give it a platform because there is an importance here. This cortisol, this thing called stress management is so key in anyone's adult life. Like the moment you leave school, you need to highlight stress management. They need to put stress management in a syllabus, just like how to do your taxes, you know, things you don't know, how to start a business, like, you know, how to register your business and, you know, the kind of businessmen you'll meet when you become an adult, the people in this world, like psychology, the psychopaths you might date, you know, just like those should be in school syllabuses as well. The stress management should be in the syllabus as well, because it's, you know, as women, like once our cortisol is up, it's insane. Like our hormones become problematic. PCOS, thyroxine imbalance, like progesterone, yeah, everything, testosterone, everything goes nuts. Then irregular, I can just go on, you know, irregular periods, facial hair, hair loss, hair thinning, like we become psycho, like absolute, you know, the worst version of ourselves. Like Tom said, we have to be the best version of ourselves, right? We become the worst version of ourselves, addicted to substance, all because we can't manage stress.
It's very important.
Bad, so we become a very bad society.
Just because
We have come here.
So in my experience, if I add something to it, if you don't mind.
Please.
So something in my experience since I started doing yoga. So I see what is stress. I mean, I would say it's a situation that goes out of a hand. Like imagine, for example, that is it is your incapability to handle it properly. So that would be my approach for stress.
Like you become stressed about stress, something like
that. Something I don't understand is like, it is very true when we talk about managing finances or everything else. I don't understand why we're trying to manage stress. It is something, because in my experience, what since I started yoga, actually, I see everything as a situation. So
you're saying like you see it externally, like you don't take it on to yourself. Like you're out of that situation, but you look at it externally.
Yeah, every day. I mean, I'm sure everything around us, it is not in your capacity to manage. It will never happen the way you want. If it is in the office or at the gym, I don't know, wherever it is. Yeah.
It's just that you have to like be aware of what you're capable of, and like, is it that what I'm trying to say?
I would say in yoga, there are ways that you can have control over what you want to feel. I mean, it's more like it will increase the capacity to handle a situation. It's like if you don't create stress at all, there would be nothing to manage. So,
makes sense.
Different perspective. Wow, yeah.
I'm saying the only thing we have control over is what we feel. Everything else will be there.
External.
Yeah, it's external. I mean, it will never happen the way you want. You try it, it will never happen the way you want. 100% for sure. So what I felt, they are not bad that I have felt intense situations, but I think ever since I started doing yoga, I was able to handle it better. That's the only thing I'm trying to say. So yeah.
It's also important because when you talk about stress management, like some people would be able to come out of like through fitness and through, it's something else they've tried out and enjoyed. But sometimes I feel like some people really struggle, and at least
Yeah, some are stronger than others.
yeah,
so
no,
I-
but not
I
even
agree.
that. But like even like our generation, everything is literally a rat race. Everyone's running after something. They do not know what they're running after. So they're caught up in anxiety. They're caught up in depression. They're caught like everything just like accumulates and accumulates. And that's when you really have to be able to kind of be aware and be like, I need help. I need external help, additional support, because sometimes some people really can't come out of it by themselves. And it's when you really need that added support to be like, I need this because they need to come out of it, and because I've had a ton of friends, like a lot of friends, a lot of people who are struggling because of work, because they're burnt out, or they don't like, and it also comes back down to boundaries, boundaries with work life, with personal life. How do you like
balance.
Yeah, how do you balance it? Because as Sari mentioned, like they don't teach us this in school. They teach us math, they teach us English, they don't teach us how to life, So that is something which comes through experiences, but I feel like people are really like, everything's on their head these days, and I see that with people at work maybe, or outside with mutual friends, and everyone needs to be like, take a breather and put themselves first, to be honest.
I feel like it also comes with finding external validation,
Yeah.
like for most of the people.
Yeah.
And that's where we like all go wrong, like not finding ourselves.
Yeah.
But can I tell you one thing that everyone's forgotten? The reason for anxiety, brain fog, confusion, depression. You know what it is, Tom? Nutrition. Do you know that there was an experiment done with 2 rats, right? So one rat in a lab, they gave no sugar, right? And the other rat, they gave sugar, okay? For a while. Then they put the rats individually. They put the first rat without sugar in a bowl of water, and there was a little island there, the dry area. So the rat that didn't have sugar quickly found the solution and got onto the dry area where he didn't have to struggle and swim anymore. Do you know that the rat who was eating sugar took like 10-20 seconds to figure out exactly where that dry area is? It's a basin of water with one island in the middle. And that the sugar eating rat took so long to realize, there's an island here, to hop on it. So you can see the brain fog, the confusion, the slowness in brain development, like that, the lack of clarity, the problem solving ability, like that is just sugar. Imagine what everything else we eat, processed food, sausages, like can you imagine what we've been eating? Like they say, if like a prehistoric person comes and eats a McDonald's, he'll die. Like on the spot. Like if they eat today's food, like a sausage or something, dead, like on the spot.
Yeah, it's a lot
So-
to do with like lifestyle, like choices, choices
your
with what they
food,
get
bro.
into, and what they
Stop
eat as
eating
well.
garbage, bro. Cook at home.
Well, yeah.
bruh.
I would agree with what Sari says.
And
Yeah.
just to add to that, I know that there's this thing in yoga where they say to eat food as it is prepared without leaving it for a long time. So I'm thinking that also.
Yeah, so in yoga, usually they recommend to eat food after like 1.5 hours after preparing the food, cooking. So because in yoga we see this human body as a system, how it works. Like Sar says, nutrition is an important part of it. Very true. There's an energy part of it also. When we look at food, we just don't look at it as just calories or protein, carbs and everything. we just see how alive is the food is. How alive, because why, like Sari said, we be eating a lot of garbage. That is very true, because we eat a lot of processed food.
That's all we eat if we look at
because even the bread we buy from
it's
the
not
supermarkets.
even bread. Like there is no bread in the bread.
Yeah. I don't know when it was prepared. So it is very important for you to perform at your best, that the food is very much alive, and also we see how it easily get digested within the system. So for yoga, for people who do yoga, we want everything to be digested within the maximum span of 3 hours or 4 hours. So that's why it's very important to see food is not just as protein and carbohydrate and whatever. We need to see how alive is the food is.
That's a really deep study, actually, Then there's like body types, Vata, Pitta, like,
yeah.
Heaty body types. Is that Ayurveda or is that yoga side? That's like Ayurveda side, no?
Kind of. I mean, the yoga is just you come to your natural nature, actually. You understanding your fundamentals of being a human. And also about this everything, I think to be human, like it has, after to our brain to come to this level of it has functional, I think it have taken a lot of millions of years. So
yeah, a bit of controversy there. So just among the two of you, or Tommy, you can add too. You said that in yoga, food is all about like livelihood, right?
Yeah.
But when we are gymming, like we say, to build muscle, eat a lot of protein. So how does those two go together? So
it is like this. It is what you want to become.
Again, it's a choice again.
It's a choice again. Like if you say, like I was a person who was into gymming and all, so that I had a particular amount of protein, a gram of protein that I need to take per day, like 400 gram of protein, 200 gram of carbohydrate.
What was your weight before? Were you like bigger, like more muscular?
Kind of, yeah.
And
I
now
was
the muscle is
74 actually.
Now what's it?
Now I've gained a little bit. It's 68.
Are you doing this?
Not really.
Okay. Well, you just gain.
So back to the topic.
Sorry. No, but it's like the same food, but like we look at it in the nutrition
Different
that is this
ways,
thing, and he looks at it in like energies and
It's
life.
just basically
and, they take energy from the sun. And
No, I think it's perspectives, like he would look at food
And
differently
different
to how
studies,
she would.
know?
Yeah, and it's
No, it's like this. It is what you want. So if you want to
what
build,
you want to dive into.
yeah, exactly. So if you want to build muscle, obviously there's a
the protein.
You need some data science.
Give me protein.
yeah. You need to eat. I'm sure Sari can put some shed on this. Like
So now you're taking protein, no? You're going for gym and all?
I don't take protein. I just try to eat as much as chicken I can. You can't
gonna
keep a
work
plate of
in the
chicken in
long
front
run.
of me.
I'll give you a meal plan. Body will give meal plan.
Sure.
Small waist, big booty.
Yeah, so coming back to you, Tom, on the topic of food, I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions about nutrition in the current society, and especially in our culture. And in your profession, how do you usually deal with it? What's your take on
the thing with nutrition, a lot of people have a lot of things to say. And
Especially old people.
old, like
God.
it's basically what they hear, and then they have their own
Yeah,
misconception,
just
and
what
then
they have
it's-
heard from some nut.
Yeah. But for me personally, something which I tell my friends, I tell everyone is, there are so many myths for sure, but then one thing is really, I don't believe in restriction, especially when people say restrict carbohydrates or don't eat carbohydrates, you're going to gain weight. I do not believe in restriction, because food is truly, now you hear him talk about food, it's completely different how he sees it, So food is something more than just what you eat, what is good, what is bad, food is, it's not only something which gives, and it's not something you eat, okay, you eat today and you decide, okay, tomorrow I'm not going to eat. You can't do that.
You can't do that. Once
You
it's
know,
in, it's in.
every day you have to eat, and you have to eat food to make sure, you know, you sustain life. And this whole idea of restriction, because when you restrict, it's not only a physical thing, it's a psychological thing as well. So when you're restricting, it causes, like, for example, some people are like, oh, I don't eat chocolate, I don't want to eat chocolate. Like, you know, that's not the point of like, oh, I'm not going to eat chocolate at all. It's how you kind of control yourself and know how the portion of what you're eating. If you want to eat a chocolate, eat a small piece and I'm like, okay, I'm satisfied, this is what I needed, that's it. Because when you tend to restrict, there's so much
People
of,
binge after Tom.
yeah, you're gonna binge, there's gonna be so much of anxiety, so much of guilt over food.
Like an unhealthy relationship with food.
Exactly. And having an unhealthy relationship with food is the
So
worst thing
bad.
ever, because as I said, you're gonna eat tomorrow as well. And with any relationship, you really need to work on it. And I think, as I said at the start, like, a lot of people have a lot of things to say about nutrition, about food, but always go back to what your body needs and what your goals are. For example, like if you're bodybuilding, what do you need? As you said, you need more protein. That's going to be your goal. And if you want to do yoga, if you want to look at more raw food, more food like where it's digesting well in your body, figure that out. Because one thing for sure, nutrition is not a one size fits all. Like, for every person, it's going to differ, and you just need to find, because I would like watermelon, I don't like papaya, someone else going to love papaya. You know,
And someone else is going to have diabetes type 1, so they can't have watermelon.
No, but
So
I'm
my
just saying,
grandma had
like,
diabetes, right?
yeah, but fruits, this is what
No,
makes
papaya has sugar.
no,
Yeah,
but this
high
is,
sugar.
but just because you're gonna eat watermelon is
Then
not gonna
actually,
end up in
let me tell you a funny
diabetes.
story, okay? So I have this grandma, okay? Rest her soul, she's not here anymore.
She's not
So
here
when she
anymore.
goes to hospital, they're like, what was the party this time? Because she had type 1. So sugar, it's like, now it's 100. And then in like 30 minutes, it's like 400. You know, the bad diabetes. So this one has had like a bottle of watermelon juice.
Oh,
so even the
God.
natural sugars spiked up her diabetes, like really badly. And then
And
she's
so
like
that's the
vibing in
thing.
the hospital.
No, but it's like every person, it differs. And when you have diabetes or like a cardiovascular disease,
Type 2,
like
it's okay.
What is
You
type
have
2?
to
I'm
be-
not sure. This type 2?
So type 2 is like the normal diabetes, like, you know, where you
Type 1 is
gradually have
insulin.
sugar, so much sugar that you become diabetic over time. Type 1 is like, it's like suddenly spikes up.
because they don't have
like
much
very
insulin
sensitive.
in their body.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's
so
less
it-
insulin resistance.
No.
But yeah, it's just it differs with every person, and it's really important to really understand your body, your lifestyle, your routine. Look at how your work is, how your personal life is. It's so much more, and I can keep talking about food because I am like, I don't really like dieting. I don't like restriction. I'm a more of like, you need to have a good relationship with food.
And you're in fantastic shape, Tom.
Yeah, no, see, that's the
Yeah.
thing, because I work, because as I say, like physical movement, being active, knowing, like eating well meaning not, you know, don't stuff your face with kottu every day. That's something important. You really need to choose well, but also don't restrict. If you want to have a piece of chocolate, if you want to do something for yourself, if you want to go have a bubble tea, whatever, just have it. Because one day you having it is not going to ruin your, your health.
Your
or
entire, that's what.
It's like if you restrict yourself from it, you crave more.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
crave more for
exactly.
it. And you end up and then at the end when you crave and you binge, you're just guilty over it.
Yeah, it's a bad relationship.
That's a bad relationship. And I think a lot of people these days are just salads and just like, chicken. Like, don't just eat, but eat in good proportions, because your portion size is what's important. Don't, and have that control over your food, and don't listen to people. Because I honestly, you go to these dinner parties and you go to like dinners or whatever, wherever there are like aunties and uncles around, they have so much to tell you, and I could go into body shaming as well.
Right.
Don't.
Like,
Yeah, I know that's like a deep rabbit hole no one wants to go into because
Yeah, you will get cancelled, bro.
no, but it's not healthy. Like everyone should understand the shape, the way they are. It's their choice. It's what they want to do. Like fitness.
You said don't go there, bro.
No, but I'm
She's
going
going,
because
bro.
it's so important.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, at least in today's, given like the today's generation, like I think all of us were like, I'm not trying to put the boomers back, but I'm just saying like our generation also needs to work on really looking at humans in any season they are in and just respecting it and let them do their life and you do your life, kind of a situation. But yeah, I can keep talking more about this because I hear so much, you know.
Yeah,
like,
as a summary, have your proteins, carbs, fats.
have whatever you want.
During a
no,
day.
eat what you want to eat, okay?
But-
and in a healthy way.
And within those 24 hours, please have a balanced diet, which is proteins, carbs, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Okay? So, once in a while, eat a fruit, have a vegetable.
Not
and-
once in a while. You're supposed to have 5 per day.
Dude, I have to start some clients off saying once in a while. Because they ain't seen a fruit in their life.
Yeah,
bro.
no, that's a problem because
Like, eat a
because we
fruit.
don't have we
Eat
don't
a
have
vegetable.
fruits. Yeah.
Like, eat a carrot at least. You know, they just.
Carrot
like, this
is
is
not a
fried rice.
no, but our
No,
country.
I said vegetable.
Yeah, okay.
No, but our country, we have a lot of vegetables, which many
Yeah,
many
we are a
countries don't
tropical
have.
country, actually.
And we have a good variety of
Yeah.
vegetables. It's just that some people
Like, have a Nelly juice,
Don't
you know, like
know.
umbrella juice, something healthy.
no, because if you go to
Nelly, like very
it's
bitter.
really nice. No, with sugar. Got you there.
no added sugar.
Contradicting. And take your good fats, please. Sri Lankans never take good fats. Cashews are too expensive. Fish is too expensive. Avocado, I don't know what the scene is there. It's like
You
it's
can't
like
have good fats in this
it's hard
economy.
today and like rotten tomorrow.
I've seen this meme about avocados. I'm not sure if you have seen. You like see it for like a few days. It's
Suddenly
not ripe.
flex.
yeah. You need to
Find
you
the
need to
right
find the
time.
perfect day for it. If not, it's gone.
Time your avocado.
Unpredictable.
Yeah.
Very
It's like the time you want it, it's
It's
rotten.
It's wrong. Yeah.
So eat your fresh avocado and like have good fats, please. Nuts, white fish. What else, Tom? Get your
all
friends
this
to
is
send
like
you
all
soy
the
tablets.
Expensive stuff, yeah.
I know, but Sri Lankans don't take good fats, so we have a lot of hormone issues, and it's good for recovery for your bones, for your joints, your cartilage, and anti-cholesterol. So all these ammis and tatis have cholesterol. So you can see that's really lacking in the Sri Lankan diet. So take your good fats, please.
So I like to
Alright.
add something to it. Like Tom said, don't listen to anybody. Like don't listen to anybody at all, which is true. Because even a dog knows, even if a plate comes in front of him, whether it's to eat or not. We are more,
That's true. They can like
But-
smell the poison.
it is such that we have lost that sense to understand what food to eat, what food we should not eat. Also, you shouldn't, like you say, you shouldn't restrict yourself eating anything. It is why we need to understand why we eat food at the first place. So I think Tom would agree. It's for the first thing is to nourish yourself, right? That is the first thing. That is the first thing about, because you need food. The first thing, you should nourish your body. So, in my experience, and ever since I started doing yoga, the compulsions for food has come down, we'd say about for 50% or 70%. In yoga, we only take 2 meals per day, because as you would notice this, your brain works at its best when your stomach is empty, actually. So if you notice, actually, that's why we eat food that get digested very quickly. So like Tom said, you should eat just salad also. We should look at it in a way. When you become vegetarian, or I don't know, it's your choice, because it's whether you eat meat or whatever it is. Fruits, because why fruits should be also there, because there should be a overall balance to the what you are eating.
Micronutrients,
Yes.
vitamins, minerals, and fibers.
So that's why in yoga we try to keep at least about 8 hours gap between the meals. So now they have come to it like what do you call it, Sari? Just what is that dieting called? To stay-
Intermittent fasting.
Exactly. So that has been there.
A lot
all
of
this.
people talk about it.
Yeah.
A lot of
That
people
has,
do it.
Like Hamadruas, they don't eat after 6 and
yeah. No, a lot of people started doing
they
it.
did it first.
I mean, it's been there ever since this.
This fasting scene has been there
Yeah.
like 1 or 2 minutes.
So, once you come to your true nature, you will know what to eat and what to eat or not to eat. Basically, nobody has to come and tell you you should eat this, you should eat that. You will know what to eat.
That being said, you have to have your own self-control. If you're not listening to yourself and not listening to others, my dear, you need to think about yourself. Like, you need to have your own self-control, willpower, and you need to make up your mind what kind of life you want to live. Then, if you're on your own trajectory and you have done your research and you know what you're doing, and you're listening to your body and like you're going according to what's good for your body and all these things we discussed, then you can drown out the background noise. If you're not listening to yourself, not listening to your parents when they tell you you have really put on weight, you need to like start eating a bit clean, then my dear, you need to take a good look at yourself.
That was a lot of information about food. I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, with that
Everyone
being
was
said-
quiet, like, oh my god.
It was very deep as well, yeah. Different aspects about like food and how we perceive nutrition. With that being said, we come to the end of our second session of Wellness, Your Body and Mind in Harmony.
If you enjoyed that video, make sure to like and subscribe to the GEP YouTube channel. And we also have a bunch of very interesting practical short courses which are related to the episodes from the podcast. So stay tuned.